Hey everyone, Ian King here with your weekly Smart Profits Daily webinar. Joining me again this week, my friend and colleague, Steve Fernandez. Steve, what's happening out there in Metaverse land?
Oh, it's going great.
All
Hope things
right, all
are
right, good to hear. Before we get going, I always want to remind you, please, if you like the content that we have to share with you today, go ahead, smash that like button. It helps us get our information out to more viewers and helps us build our brand and produce a better product. But Steve, I am really excited about today's topic. I mean, I'm so crazy about this. It's a part of the crypto world that is just absolutely going bananas right now. You know, you may hate it, you may love it, but you can't deny that there is a mania happening right now in what are called non-fungible tokens. And let me give a brief explainer of what a non-fungible token is. A non-fungible token, or an NFT for short, is a cryptocurrency that has a unique property, and there can only be one of them in existence. And so a fungible token in the cryptocurrency world, an example would be Bitcoin or Ethereum, because the Bitcoin that you own is the same as the Bitcoin that I own. Anyone will accept it, but it's fungible. You can freely trade it for either Bitcoin value. They should have the same value, whereas a non-fungible token is unique. And an example of a non-fungible token can be a unique photo, a piece of art, or even a video, as we've seen with NBA Top Shots. And just in the last month, the trading values of non-fungible tokens has gone through the roof. Steve, I know you've got some data you want to share with us. There's a secondary market called OpenSea.io, and it's a platform to trade non-fungible tokens. Tell us about the monthly volume on OpenSea for the last 30 days.
Yeah, so monthly volume has skyrocketed. Over the last 30 days, it's more than doubled. But if you compare that to even just a year ago, it's up 40 times in terms of trading volume. And the NFT sales are up, 700x over the last year. So pretty rapid growth, like you described. And you can't deny the data, even if you don't like the market.
Right. The most popular or well-known non-fungible token product on OpenSea is CryptoPunks. And these are digital avatars. There were 10,000 originally created, and they sell for upwards of $100,000. And I think just a couple of days ago, a very rare one traded for something like $3 million. And Christie's has auctioned off, a series of them for over $10 million. Now, it has gotten people crazy over this because investors believe that this is sort of a new wave of art. And it's called generative art. And what happens is a programmer writes a series of code and says, here are the properties, and people go and they mint these new animations or these new creations. And so it's sort of like playing the lottery, because when you have a mint, you don't know if you're going to get a rare one that could be worth, in the case of CryptoPunks, millions of dollars, or you just get a common one. And so there's a lot of traders I see in these markets that are similar to types of people that were buying GME and AMC that are sort of just aping into the NFT market right now. Tell us about the monthly active users, though, on OpenSea, Steve.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, about 87,000 in July. So it's up 40x since last year. You kind of described the idea of speculation. There's definitely people that like to collect these, and it's turning into a market where, people are just buying them now because they think that they can sell them higher in the future. And so far that's been working. But even, regardless of the price change in the NFTs, the increase in volume in traders should attract new money to the platform as well, because there's more people buying. And, if you're a seller, for example, you have more opportunity to sell. So it's not necessarily a bad thing that that's happening.
Mm-hmm. But, I think every mania we've ever experienced, whether it be, SPACs or cryptocurrencies, or even going back to .com, when you have prices of a particular asset going up, it also starts to bring out supply. So every other day I hear of these new generative token sales. It originally started with CryptoPunks, then they moved on to Bored Apes, then they did badgers, and, then they did other apes and monkeys, and they have all these different types of cartoon animals and anime characters. that the space feels crowded, and eventually that supply is going to overwhelm demand. And I think it's going to be one of those trades where, people sort of, or investors sort of went in too heavy into this at the top, and then you have that sharp collapse. But I do think this world of NFTs, the technology is here to stay. And it's not just because of collectibles. Now, Steve, you're a gamer, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. So explain to our viewers, most of our viewers don't play video games, and Steve, don't be embarrassed if you play video games. It's okay. A lot of people in your generation.
Everyone plays video games. Yeah, so, everyone plays. It's a huge market. It's approaching 200 billion in annual sales. So, with video games, it used to be all about, you get like the cartridge or a CD, like a disc, and then video games went to the cloud. And now what companies are doing is, they're really sometimes giving you their games away for free, knowing that they can convert revenue from you in the game. So in-game content, they estimate that to be about a $40 billion market now. And that really can be content as simple as, a costume for your character. They call it a skin, for example. And NFTs could potentially be used with skins, and we're already seeing that in plenty of blockchain-based games. And then, the video game players or the users can then take those skins and sell them to each other and collect them. So it's a huge opportunity for the gaming industry to start, giving their users an opportunity to make money.
I love the idea. And something we also discussed that's really key about these NFTs is that when you create this piece of digital art, you can program it to do whatever you want. I mean, some of these NFTs have code written in them that the picture or the piece of art actually changes over time. I have one, it's called a crypto trunk, which I basically minted for free. And it basically follows my MetaMask wallet, and the tree grows the more trading and transaction I do. I thought it was really cool. But another really interesting element is that the creator can also program that they get a cut of every time that NFT is transacted or moved from one wallet to another. So I think it incentivizes more creators to want to build these digital pieces of art. And that could be, like things you buy in game. What do you think about that?
I like the idea. I think that it's almost like a tax. If you're a producer of content, whether it be video games, art, music, if you mint an NFT and, somebody's trading that, obviously other people get the opportunity to make gains on their trades and their collection. But after the initial sale, historically, the producers have not made any money off of that royalties, but that's a different type of, income. Mm-hmm. But with the NFTs, like you said, code can be built in where anytime that, content is transacted, well, they get a tax almost on that sale. So yeah, I don't see why more and more people wouldn't be attracted to that NFT production in going that venue, especially with the surge in activity. People know that they can produce NFTs now and sell them, and now they have that added benefit where they can make money each time it's sold in the future.
Yeah, I think the implications, which you hit right on the head for the music world, are going to be enormous. So I think like platforms like Spotify and iTunes are going to have a really hard time keeping the artists who, get paid very small percent of what the music actually generates for those platforms. So this is actually going to give more money back to the artists, and maybe music will become better again.
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, so let's leave it at that. Any comments below? If you own any NFTs or have used OpenSea, we'd love to hear from you in the comments below. For myself and Steve Fernandez, thanks for tuning in. Have a great weekend, and we'll speak to you next week. Take care.